just wanted to get this video out here because I know some people have been talking about these hash ribbons, and I want to explain how this works, okay? Um, Basically, with these hash ribbons, every time you get a blue buy signal on the daily, okay, that puts in the previous low. I think it's 15 out of the last 16 blue ribbons. If you look back, besides the Corona dump was the only time. But every time we got a blue buy signal, we never seen these prices again. So the previous low never happened again. So we had a buy signal here, never seen this low again. Buy signal here, never seen the low again here. We had the buy signal here, but we had the Corona dump. Okay, it's the only one. But we can go all the way back to history, and every single time we've gotten a buy signal, that previous low, we never came back down there ever again. So what do we have here, guys? The previous low, which is crazy, coming out of this wedge that we have, is around 37,300. So we're going to go to the 4-hour chart here, okay? And guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purposes only. But if this stands true, which is what, a 95% chance so far in the history of Bitcoin that it does, this would be, we'll never see below 3,000 or 37,300 ever again in Bitcoin's history. It'll never happen again. Okay. Now we could fall to this wedge and retest this area, but we should never fall under it. So, guys, I drew up the bump and run. Let me change this to white. Okay. And I talked about this bump and run. I'm gonna have to do a video on that. I mentioned this. I mentioned this whole scenario playing out. I even drew it out if you guys see my one chart. But I mentioned this in my videos when I've only had this channel for 2 months, probably like maybe 2 weeks into my channel. So yeah, can we go? Is that it? Oh, I did okay. All right. So now the trend line's white. So we talked about this bump and run, and I said, hey, we should break out here. Okay. Then we had the FUD. All right. We had the FUD. So now what do we do? Well, I mean, basically the news seems to not affect anything because the price is so bullish. And if we look at the 4-hour here, this is a bearish pattern right here. So what we could do is we actually could see a pullback breaking down on this pattern. Now, there's two things that can happen. We can get down to this 42,800 bounce. That could be a bounce area. Or we could retest the bump and run, which would be the most bullish thing, around 40,670 area. And that could be a possibility for the bounce, which would be the most bullish thing. Or we could come down and retest this previous low. I don't think, like I said, in the history of Bitcoin, besides one time the Corona dump, we've never, ever, once we got a blue buy signal, never, ever came back to this previous low. That means we got the buy signal and we never saw these prices again. Okay. So if that reigns true, okay, and I talked about getting down to 33 and filling the gap. There is a gap down there, which has technically, if you look up the percentage of gaps, it has a 94% chance of getting filled, but this also has a 95% chance of not. So now we have a tug of war with that. So this is how we're going to take it on the CME. There's a gap on the CME. Let me clear that up. And it's around 33,500 area. So if you take those two percentages, they pretty much line up. It's whichever one holds first. But the way this chart has been so bullish, I'm thinking more of the worst case scenario is that we come back down, get the fake out, like get everybody scared here. Like I said, get everybody scared right around here and then pop, because this would be scary coming back into the bump and run, right? Now, the most bullish thing would be retesting it and going, okay? Because that would be confirmation that the move is it's going. And if that happens, I think, like I've been telling you guys, when I first started making my channel 2 months ago. I drew this bump and run, and we were like all the way back here, I think. And I drew it up. And I said, I believe that we're going to trade like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And then we're going to come up and go, right? That was if you guys watch my old videos, that's how I drew it up. We could have went longer in the pattern. That's for sure. It would have been more bullish because the longer we go in the pattern, the more upside. So if we would have traded down here more sideways and then went up, we actually would have had a bigger move to the upside than what we're going to see. Maybe we see $120,000 move, and we could have came down here more and saw $160,000 move, that type of thing. But so on Bitcoin, that's what we're looking at. Also, I know people have been talking about this 200-day moving average. And guys, if you guys watch my channel, we've been talking about it. I mean, I've only had this channel for a couple months, but I've been mentioning it for pretty much since I started the channel, right? We talked about this 200-day moving average. We got to go to the daily on here. Now, this blue buy signal, let me clear this up. I showed you the 4-hour there to show you the bearish wedge that we're in. But let's make no mistake that this blue buy signal is more accurate on the daily or even the weekly charts, but mainly on the daily chart. Once we get this on the daily, the previous high, which is right here, most likely we're never going to see this price again. I mean, so guys, that could have been it. We could have, if you didn't get in at that low, I mean, pretty much this is it. So what are we going to do right here? Well, we're going to wait for a pullback. We're going to wait for a pullback, and then we're gonna look to purchase. I mean, I guess, this news that came out did not affect the market at all, which we all thought it was going to. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I know a lot of well-respected traders with, thousands of followers. Like I said, I just started my channel, but I've been doing this for a while, and I know a lot of big-time traders in this industry. And they are pretty shocked too, as well, that we're seeing what we're seeing right now with the bill. And this was the biggest FUD, and we had barely a pullback. Like, it did nothing. I mean, yeah, we had the pump from Elon Musk and them, but I just can't believe that can have so much control on the market. Like, those guys talking, it's crazy. They could talk. It's almost like it's unbelievable. They can talk, and it doesn't matter if you got to pay 70% tax. It doesn't matter if they say, "Hey guys, this is bullish," because they got money in it. People listen. That's just the bottom line. So, and don't quote me on the 70%. I'm not sure what they're going to make us pay, but I know it's probably going to be higher than capital gains. I'm sure they're going to do something like 50 or 40% or something like that. Ridiculous. It's not going to be good, whatever it is. We're going to be paying. So you make $100,000, you might maybe walk home with 60, unless you go overseas or something. So you got to keep that in mind. So which is kind of crazy, because if you think about that price point from here, we're not looking at much money here, But either way, you're going to pay 25% if you sell it within a year. Now, if you hold it, I don't know what I have no idea what they're going to do yet. I haven't seen the bill yet. I'm just making this video to put this out there for you guys, because I think the next big pullback coming out of this 4-hour might be a good opportunity here to either look for this bounce, or even down here. Because I don't think we're not going to, based on history on the daily, okay, we'll never see this. We'll never see a price go under 37,300 ever again. I mean, well, we have a 95% chance that happened. The only time it didn't happen was the Corona dump. So unless we get a black swan event, I thought maybe this bill would be a black swan event, but I guess it wasn't, which is pretty incredible, because people have been talking about regulations and how it would crush the industry for years. We even saw Ted Cruz said this would completely destroy crypto. We saw Kathy Woods the 2 days before talking about how it would destroy Ethereum and DeFi. So I don't understand. And all of a sudden, now she's bullish, and nothing changed in the bill. So I don't get it, guys. I don't know if we're getting played with. You know, it is what it is. The games are being played, and they're being, they're being played by the institution. So, but this is what we're looking at based on the chart for Bitcoin. So what do we do about ETH? Oh, also on Bitcoin. Hold on, we're gonna do this real quick because I want to clear this up. Well, we got a clean chart here. We want to go to our fib. We want to go from the bottom of our last move here, which is 28,800. Who would think that would be the end of that, right? Up to right here would be the top. So yeah, we had 46,800 area, which we came pretty close to it. Guess my fib was off the other day. I had 46. I must have took this bottom instead or something, which was closer to the actual price anyways that we actually hit. But you could see we came up, and now we're battling that, right? So yeah, so those are our fib numbers. What else? That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, oh, let me do this. We can do this too. Let's look at some. This is on the daily, right here. Okay, so we got some at 48,700 could be a possibility where we get rejected and come back down as well. So let's keep an eye on that. If we get above 50, guys, I think we're going to break all-time highs. That's just the bottom line. Now, did I think this was going to happen? I thought for sure this bill. I mean, from what Kathy Woods and from what everybody else was saying, and from what I was reading, it looked devastating. I don't understand. I don't understand how the price is still holding up, but it is. It is, and I know a lot of big time traders can't believe it is either. So it's just not just me, which makes me feel good because I'm like, what did I do wrong? That's what you feel like. But we got the 200-day moving average right here that right now is holding up the price. Okay, so we have the 200-day, which is coming in. If we look over here to the left, okay, and I scroll all the way over, we're coming in at 45,000 and $50 or $48 if you want to be exact with it. Okay. Yeah. So we also have a potential if this can stay up above here for the next week or two, we'll get a golden cross. Okay. So we had the death cross here, but this 50 is going to move up a lot faster, and the 20 is going to kind of go sideways. So then we'll get a golden cross. So we'll see what that does in the future price here too. So guys, I mean, basically, we got to wait for the next pullback, and basically just we'll have to get in on it. I mean, from what I'm seeing on the chart, and like I said, I've been bullish on this chart the whole time. It's just we had FUD. I thought the worst news we've ever gotten in our life, but I guess it didn't phase the price, which is pretty shocking. And we only got 2 touch points there, but maybe we get a third one here and get rejected and come down. So let's keep an eye on that. So guys, this is what we're looking at, or we can get the pump like here. I like doing this because this kind of gives you an idea. Like I do this all the time. If you guys watch my videos, we'll do stuff like this and get a little trend. Okay. And then look what happens when they break. All right. Same thing here. We can do this, and then we go across here, and then it breaks, boom, to the upside. Same thing here. So I like doing this type of stuff when we're in a bearish pattern, because you could still trade it. So say if this breaks, we're probably going to go, retest the high again, or maybe even go a little higher in this wedge before we break down. Eventually, like I said, this is a bearish wedge. So eventually, I mean, we could go higher in it and get up to this 48 and then come down. But eventually, we're going to break down out of this more than likely. There's a higher percentage. Okay. It's a 60-40. So there's better percentage of this going down than up. So we're going to see a pullback at some point. We just got to see when. mean, that's just the bottom line. If this breaks to the upside today, then hey, we got more upside in the trend here. But I just wanted to clear that up with you guys. Ethereum, it looks like it will follow Bitcoin. It's been holding up because of Bitcoin. You can see we had some wedges here, but this didn't even. I mean, this is just trading sideways. We didn't get here. We had this up bearish wedge, and then we broke down. We came out, but we're just kind of trading sideways on this, and that's mainly because of Bitcoin is holding up. So, I mean, yeah, and we got some support here. I think I did a fib, right? Yeah, there's my fib at 30,040, right? And what did we get here? What did we get? 30,000. We came pretty close to that. We hit resistance here. Yeah, so we got to 30,033. It looks like. So yeah, it was pretty close. But I mean, let's see if that holds up. So right now, I mean, guys, I don't know what to say. The bill did nothing. So the pumpers came out. There's good news when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to AMC and all that fun stuff. But let's just keep an eye on this. I just wanted to let you guys know that we're probably never going to see this price again. 37,000. We're probably never going to see that again. If we do it, it'll be a very rare event in Bitcoin compared to all these other buy signals that we had on the hash ribbons. So I wanted to clear that up for you guys because I know there's other traders talking about this hash ribbons, and we've been looking at hash ribbons for a couple years now. So this is nothing new to me. I was aware of it. I didn't bring it up in yesterday's video because I thought that the bill was more important. That could have been the black swan event that would have ruined this buy signal, but apparently it's not. So so now I'm talking about it. So let me get off this stream because this has been a long video. But listen, much love to you guys. I hope I taught you some things today. And I appreciate you guys watching my video. Make sure you guys sub. Make sure you guys hit the bell, hit the all, because they are shadow banning me on YouTube. So please make sure you do that. Hit the like for me. I appreciate you guys, and much love.